Yo, welcome back everybody. Today we have gameplay from the grand finals of Lobby Legends for the month of December. This was the qualification month for October, if you remember way back when, with the top 16s. And then everybody plays through the offline qualifiers the day yesterday with yesterday's YouTube video and down to the top 8 today. And it's a big one. We get some really, we'll call them unconventional lines that aren't typically done in these Lobby Legends events. Playing for high rolls, going for the moon, because once you get to a late stage of the tournament and the lobby is in check, the way the tournament structure works, you got to get a first place to finish out the tourney. And instead of getting a bunch of high average finishes, safe tempo lines, you got people firing on all cylinders and shooting for the moon. All right. It didn't get deleted. All right. We're back into it. Round number 6. 3 people with Lobby Legends in check right now. If they get the first place this round, the tournament is over. They take home $20,000. Penguin San, Sarah, and Zanyang. All the people with gold behind their name. Dog Con, Ancestry Con? Yeah, it's kind of like Fur Con or like a... I don't know. What other cons are there? Bofur, what was that one that you just named? Oh, what now? There's other conventions, I swear. But yeah, glossing over that one and moving next. I think everybody's just gonna level to 2 next turn, right? Like the pro level commentary here. SawCon? Is that for the movie Saw? Bofur? Have you ever heard any of these jokes? Does only the first place win something? No, actually everybody that makes it this far in the tournament goes home with at least $2,500. So like, making the top 8 is a nice little payday. Sorry, making the top 16 is a $2,500. Making the top 16, I believe the minimum is $4,000 for this tournament. I'd have to look at the exact distribution. We'll see at the end. All right. Everybody leveling the 2, or half of the people leveling the 2. Except for Jandis, which makes sense with the opening curve. Hook Tusk almost always stays down. Galakron. Weird one is Zephyrus choosing to stay down with that board state. But yeah. Solcons for construction materials. Oh, I see. Solcon sounds like a great time. So if you're good in 12 video games, you can make a living. No, because variance is a major problem. Like even the best player in the world for Lobby Legends this season probably made, what, $20,000 off of Lobby Legends for the entire year. And I mean literally the highest earner out of all of Hearthstone. And that's literally the anomaly, you know, before this event. This event's a double event. Double prize money. Usually they're half of this. So it's going to pull somebody over the top of that, probably. Especially if Penguin wins. He'll be in the range of, like, I don't know, 30,000 or so won. Regardless. Getting to the important turn. We've taken our little time off as we kind of chill here with no analysis at the beginning of the game. It is turn 4. It's time to circle back. Start talking about what everybody's going to do. It's so hard to try to keep track with us jumping around on these opening turns that, like, turn 1, turn 2 analysis is just nothing. All right. Buy 6 minions, 7 beasts or mech. Oop, there's a handsome mechanic or matic that is real strong here. Instantly picks it. We have a beast lobby for volatile venom. We have Murlocs in play, but we also have mechs in play. So, like, this is a pretty diverse set of boards that can be made. Poison doesn't just auto-win it. Volatile Venom for 10 Battle Cries is very expensive. Order lowest to highest for Snickersnack is also really expensive. Summon 15 with 1 Death Rattle unit on the board. I can't see the middle unit, but at least 1. Sinfall's a little weaker as a reward, but it's much more achievable. I think this is probably Volatile Venom. So hard to tell because I can't tell what's on his board or what he can buy. It's expensive, but it gives you direction. He chooses Sinfall. He's going the opposite direction. He does have a Death Rattle minion on the board too, which changes that a little bit. Instead of playing for the better reward, he's going the line of the quickest quest activation. I think what he's actually reading here is I'm not playing quest. Make the realization that, okay, this is a Flurgle. I'm not really going to play into quest. I'm just going to take the passive stats that the game can give me off of my Sinfall medallion and just play the game without, like, basically vanilla. Play toward your hero power over quest. All right. Gold block. Good call. Good call. You guys always have to remind me. Moving around the interface with all the different things that they change behind me. Always appreciated.
I fight for adventure.
Dude, Baby Crush turn 4 is cheating. It's just cheating, bro. Let other people play the game. It's so mean. Yeah, I think a really major trend that we've seen in this tournament is Galakrond is being very heavily picked. And Galakrond is just taking the first good minion and leveraging that to level up and play toward quest. Like we've seen Baby Crush, we've seen Overseer, we've seen Bristleback Knight taken. We're not seeing people go immediately for 6s and try to like find win conditions. They're just taking the first tempo thing and then slamming that on the board and going for quest. Which is an interesting combo. High armor hero plus the ability to take a mid-game tempo unit has done pretty well today. Or done pretty well in this tournament, I should say. 2 days now. There goes your quest. 3 minions per turn. I didn't see what tribe. Was that Murlocs? I hope it's Murlocs. I don't have the information provided to me. I'm a liar. I do have the information provided to me. That was 2 random elementals per turn. Or I could just look at chat. Everybody that read elementals, you guys are smarter. You just read it on the screen. All right, Sarah picking at his camera. But also lining up a triple here into a triple here. Pretty good position for the Hook Tusk. Multiple triples potential next turn. Upwards of potentially 3 with the hero power. This is the last scary turn. You take a little bit of damage here. Nice. Takes a 3-star off the board as well. Only ends up taking, what is this, 8 damage. Dropping to 28 on turn 5 combat doesn't feel great, but Lich Baz in the mid game is always just a terrible matchup. And it's time for the disappointment. Does not get the triples, but does take the first 5 here. And a potential second triple next turn and quest completion. Victim Spectre online. Oh shit. Is it ever? Could it be? It is! It's the time! That's what, I mean, if you look at those 3 options, Brand is not really a viable option. You're not playing Little Rag over Nomi with Victim Spectre. You're playing Nomi here. We have finally found a person picking Nomi in this game. Remember, yesterday we had a game where someone had Golden Hammer online and tripled into Nomi on turn 7 at 41 health, and they still refused to make a Golden Nomi and play it. First time Nomi in Lobby Legends this season. Now, who was it that took the Nomi? The Hook Tusk? The Hook Tusk is Sarah. Going for the moon. Wants to get the first place line as well. That's another thing to consider, is that even though it's not great on average, it is really good at getting first. So, like, when you have a lobby in check like this, taking a high variance line like that can be the correct play, where it typically wouldn't have been. Like, the rules change on you now. You no longer are playing toward the highest average placement, you're playing toward the highest chance of getting first. Oh shit. Friendship ended with Zorg. Sarah's my best friend now. Yo, Sarah bringing the Nomi home. Chat points through the roof. Also, best dressed at Lobby Legends this year. Like, really got 2 things going for him. That's not our person, though. I mean, do I like Nomi more than I like... Woof, woof. Little Rag, we're doing it, chat. It's coming home. And these aren't elementals, though. There's a Domo. It's kind of bleh. That's a good hit. It's coming home, chat. I think Pocky wins best dressed. Okay, I was saying competitors, but you know what? I'm with you there. Credit where credit's due. Pocky best dressed. Well, you can see the disappointment on Vigo's face. Triples into a 5 on Reno, and dud. Now beasts are in. There's a chance he could turn the corner on it. Suboptimal, some might say. Why are some people in winter jackets? Maybe it's cold outside. It's cold, bro. It's cold. He really wants the 5-star. That's interesting. That order was break pair and break minion on board in order to generate 5 stars potentially off of Tavern Tempest instead of 4 stars and keep the minion on the board. Interesting. Considering that elementals on 5 are exactly Little Rag, because Tavern Tempest can't be generated by Tavern Tempest. It's a lot of commitment to find a Rag. What's up? What you doing, girl? So potential winners right now are Zhang Yang, Penguin Sen, and who else? The people that have their scores in yellow on the left side will always be the people with the lobby in check. Sarah, indeed. The Nomi player can win this lobby by doing Nomi things. Oh my lord. It's coming. It's coming, chat. It's coming home. It's coming home, chat. Right now. He's considering probably whether or not he can just play this. Hold the 1919 in hand and keep the minion on board. To try to keep 3 pair instead of 2 pair. And elects instead to commit resources to the board. Also keeps all the pairs on the board, so like Victim Spectre is likely to give a triple here. You really want it to be Nomi or Little Rag though, because you don't want to triple without having the Nomi buff. Then again, runaway conditions. If it keeps you alive, it may just be better than having an optimal late game board, because at a certain point you're just going to have so much power. He also sold Little Rag. Oh, whatever the minion is that is not a pair on the board. I thought it was Little Rag for some reason. Whatever the card is that is not the pair. Regardless. Doesn't really matter which one it was. That one or Nomi. That way you don't create the triple. The Smoggy Boy. Or it could be the generate 2 free elementals is also pretty good. And that's what he's choosing to try to play for. Because you don't keep that thing as a triple for the whole game. And generating more elementals is just going to be better. Which makes some level of sense too. Oh shit, it's going to be a Nomi. It's going to be a triple Nomi. Good shit, good shit. The elementals are going to bring it home. We're going to have a Lobby Legends end with a Nomi board. All the haters will say that Nomi's not good, but they just haven't seen the potential. The true value that is Nomi. There's a Recycling Wraith. Oh, baby. It's coming home. I'm so biased. I want it to be Nomi so badly. Alright, plays the Sully. Ooh. Chooses the roll with the 2 free rerolls here in the hero power. That's interesting. Alright, all that stuff's going to be bought. Are you cycling 3 this turn? appears to be. Oh, he's not. Then why take this elemental over the Recycling Wraith? Doesn't want the triple forced on him, maybe? That could be the read. Elemental's a better dupe, and he feels like he's strong enough that... I would have thought he wanted the triple. That Recycling Wraith, even if it's only, you know, 2/3 of the potential stats, being a golden Recycling Wraith with golden Nomi is just better. I'd love to hear that insight on why he chose that one. A versus B there. They're both fine. Extra rolls from Selly, but like... Do you really want to dupe Selly over the triple Recycling Wraith? Because that's way more rolls. Like, I don't think the logic holds there. Yeah, you get an extra proc off Nomi, but when you're talking about golden Recycling Wraith the next turn, the consistency on the rerolls is going to be better too. When people start playing for first, the games are more interesting. Yeah, I mean, kind of. I wouldn't say they're more interesting. They're just more showy. Which to some people makes it more interesting. They're more high-rolly. That playing the game for rating this season, I've said it a million times on stream, but playing the game for rating this season is an effort in not having fun. That there are so many things that are like, that's bait to do, that's bait to do, that's bait to do, that are fun things to do, that you give up on the fun with quests the way they are, because like, the line is play for tempo the vast majority of the time. And that's what you see the consistent top, the people that are like, you know, 15, 16k right now are doing. Regardless, that's not where we are right now. First place from Penguinson, Zanyang, or Sarah ends this tournament. You can't get second place repeatedly and win this tourney of this game. You gotta go for the firsts. Reborn Leroy, as is tradition, gets a Khadgar and immediately freezes. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You can see where this is going. Zorg's going to come back, I believe. Team Zorg. Alright, well, we're just going to chill here for a minute. Looks like the duped minion was the extra elemental. Does not get the Selly value, picks up the Recycling Wraith, rolls a few times, just puts stats on the board. Oh, never mind. It was a tripled Cyclone. The reason why he is a 44 damage Cyclone is that's a golden Cyclone that he duped. The two small Cyclones became a bigger Cyclone. And then he found an extra Cyclone on top of that. Never mind, never mind. So he has another good pair in hand. There's no way that he has that thing in hand if he tripled the Cyclone. Which means that's a full size, whatever that elemental is, stasis. So that could be 120 or so if he finds it. Yeah, you look at all these boards and you laugh. Ha ha ha, these are not Nomi scaling. Imagine having random bullshit and not Nomi right now. Yeah, look at those 30s. On the other hand, that is a nasty cleave. Good value from the Mega Wind Fury. Terrible cleave. And that's going to be the end of the Lich Baz. Pretty confident that was like the worst combat outcome possible for Lich Baz. Zorg about to run into a truck. Yeah, but he's at 40, so like... Doesn't really help if the tournament's over, but you have a very good placement average here for Zorg's line. Imagine being Zorg full hero HP cookbook in a mech lobby, still not going to win. I mean, cookbook doesn't win too many lobbies at high MMR. It is, on the other hand, pretty consistent. But yeah, not a great position to be in when the Nomi's running away with the game. What we got here? We got a Flurgle. Who's this? Penguinson? I was going to say it's our only hope. The Flurgle can beat the Nomi board. But that's a problem too, because Penguinson also has the lobby in check. That's not going to be okay. Look at this board. Look at this bullshit. Look at this Khadgar gas coiler shenanigans. With Leroy. So it's about a 50-50 of getting the Leroy to reborn here. Like, it's super, super hard. It's like Leroy reborn twice. He needs, like, Coiler not to die the attack before the Leroy. It's going to be really, really hard to happen. Whether you have the taunt, whether you have the bumper, whether you have, like, whatever you do here. This order is weak against cleave, but he doesn't really care about cleave. It would allow the high main to die first, then open a spot, and then have either the croc or the death rattle from the high main to get hit, and then Leroy double dupes. In this order, it's the same kind of problem, though, right? You can attack with a bunch of little things first, but if the Coiler dies right before the Leroy goes off, same problem. If the Khadgar dies, then obviously you're not getting two. And really, it's a question of relevant minions, because, like, Leroy's got to kill some really big minions. That wasn't one of them. Alright, well, seen crazier shit happen. Still a fair chunk of stats here with the Golden Pale Scale. Alright, 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 alright. This is a W. Flurgle's gonna take a small L. Right? Okay, it's not a W. It's just barely short. Ah, it's too bad. He needed one more proc off Pale Scale. He would have gotten there. Close. Or a better breakpoint. Because you overkilled the other Murloc pretty hard. Alright, well. Don't mind me. I'm just over here creating my 200-200s. Fighting the Flurgle this turn, so there is that to consider. Trash. I mean, white main isn't exactly trash, but like... Now at least you can like wildfire white main or something. Try to get a little value this turn. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake, chat. You can never leave a Nomi on the board if you're going to sell a ball. You got to know it's coming. That Nomi is hungry. That Nomi will always steal the ball. 100% chance of it happening. Now the Nomi will be here forever. Tropium. We'll get more balls and they'll all land on Nomi. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that. That's a... You only learn that one through experience. If you leave a Nomi on the board, it will eat everything known to man. Alright, well, 3 out of the top 5 all have the lobby in check. It's all down to Shaxi and Zorg. Going into this tournament, they were my two people that I was saying were my favorites here. It's all up to Shaxi and Zorg to keep the lobby legends alive. We know Penguin's not a Bofur viewer now. True. He'd watch the stream. He knows that Nomi's going to eat that ball. No doubt about it. No Leroy value. Keck, wait. That's a dead Hook Tusk. This is the world we live in, guys. This is why nobody plays Nomi. You can have the perfect board, and it still doesn't top 4. You need Wildfire? Even then, like, it doesn't 2 for 1. He needed this like, to really win that one. If he absolutely knew what he was dealing with. It was sell Nomi, like, then sell the ball with the Wildfire on the board, then play white main and try to cleave the middle with it. but there's no way he knows that information. I don't dislike what he did. It's just like, it's a shitty position to be in across the board. Should not be able to have 100% poison board? You're saying you shouldn't be able to have hundreds of stats? The fact that it's poison is basically irrelevant there. I know it's a fun scapegoat that poison is ruining the game, but this isn't poison in this lobby. That's Flurgle. Alright, well, it's down to Shaxi versus the Flurgle. Can the Flurgle pull it off? Can you explain how the scoring works? Seems different than the previous one. You mean on the left side right now? Zan Yang just decided to live for a little while longer. Now he's dead. No, it's the same. It's the check system. But like, this isn't because of poison. Like, the stats on this board are because of Flurgle. I will complain with the rest of them about poison scams being like, you know, Toxfin plus 5 health Murlocs ruin games when mechs and beasts are out. But this board, this is a Sinfall Flurgle cycle board. This is hundreds and hundreds of stats done the normal way. That's pretty strong regardless. Penguin Sun. Don't do it. Don't end Lobby Legends. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, God. 2 for 1. He gets it. And that does it. Penguin Sun gets the W. Look at the celebration. It's a happy man. Our most decorated player for Lobby Legends wins another game. Another Lobby Legends. I think it's his first, isn't it? Penguin Sun? But he was a 3-time repeat top or finalist. And takes home the gold this time. Oh, look at that music. It's cute. I'm playing chicken with the music right now. If I don't turn it down, we're going to get ear-bleedingly loud sounds. One goes to break. That was kind of cute celebration music. Congratulations, Penguin Sun. One hell of a showing. Winning on the back of Flurgle. Remember that middle of the game when we talked about like whether he was going to play in the quest? He had the option of doing like Volatile Venom or whatever. Instead, on Flurgle, chose the really easy to complete quest and said, fuck it, I'm just going to play my hero instead of playing the quest.